one. Is this the right one? Okay, it is the correct way to... Alright, down the rabbit hole!
Down the rabbit hole.
Yep. I don't know why it keeps it up like that. Alright, so we did James Comer like a week ago. He's got 29 results. We did the first 5. So we're gonna be looking at James for a hot minute. My guess is he knows Epstein. On some capacity. Or Epstein really hates him. That's the only other explanation. So let's open up the last 5 of the first page. Because we did the first 5 of the first page. And I'm going to be skim reading quite a bit. Or I'm just going to be using the search function. Okay. This is about former U.S. Attorney defends Epstein's 2008 plea deal. An hours-long appearance on Capitol Hill. Now this is interesting. Defends it. Okay. Okay, this is from CNN though, so CNN's very biased, so I gotta be careful. Reported that former USA Attorney Alex Costa defended his 2008 plea deal with Jeffrey Epstein during a 6-long closed-door session with the House Overnight Committee, arguing the decision was based on concerns about losing at trial, whether the case should be handled federally or locally. Democrats on the panel criticized Acosta not credible, noting he refused to call the arrangement a sweetheart deal despite testimony about 40 women had come forward with abuse allegations. According to the article, Acosta insisted he never met Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell and denied ever seeing President Donald Trump's name in any related documents. Well, he's in there. He's in there a lot. While committee chairman Representative James Comer said Acosta was cooperative and provided information to advance the probe. The article explained that Director Patel also... is he still in office? Is he still there? Did they fire Patel? I forget.
No, I don't remember them firing Patel. What they did was they fired Pam Bondi.
Yes.
Was Cuba Attorney General.
Yeah, if Patel's still there, he's so annoying to have.
Yeah, he's been a disgrace to our country, but yet he still stands.
This is painful. This is painful. Why? Okay. Dang.
You know, the best... Like, Trump's been doing a lot of awesome stuff to distract America lately.
Well, yeah, it's our 250th coming up.
I think the best thing that you can do for America's birthday is fire Cash Patel.
and turn himself in afterwards. Or resign.
Yeah.
Vance wouldn't be that bad, I think. I haven't seen him really in here. If he is in here, I would guess that he's only in here after Jeffrey Epstein died and after Trump's first term. I don't think Vance did anything, because otherwise you would have heard about it. But I haven't really checked it, so who knows. The article explained that Director Patel also referenced Acosta in recent testimony as the Trump administration faces pressure to release all Epstein files, with the committee I'm pretty sure they spell it wrong, subpoenaing figures from both parties, reviewing the documents from Epstein's estate and the Justice Department. The article noted that the House panel continues to investigate the federal government's handling of the Epstein case, including financial records and survivor testimony, as lawmakers push for full transparency. Alright, so nothing of interest there. I thought I opened 5. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, I think I failed to open this one. Nope, this was the one. Yeah, that's the one. So I failed to open this one? That looks interesting. Hang on. I guess this is the one that I failed to open. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay, from Federal Bureau of Investigation, Justice Department to begin giving Congress files from Jeffrey Epstein investigators, lawmakers say. So where Comer is mentioned, is the article noted that the move is seen as a step towards transparency, with Kentucky Representative James Comer, the committee chair, appreciating the Trump administration's commitment to providing information about the matter. Well, we know that's fake. Otherwise, we would have gotten them way sooner. How teachers encourage her students with an F. That's interesting. Veteran educator James Comer states that no significant learning occurs without a significant relationship. Yet the value of relationships is often downplayed or ignored completely in teacher preparation programs. This may not even be James Comer the representative. This is just like about... Wait a minute. Okay, this is in 2013. I wonder if this is something Jeffrey Epstein had to like learn about like child psychology or something like that. Because he was very manipulative. I'm wondering if that's why he had it. Democrats claim the GOP is withholding evidence contradicting claims in Hunter Biden probe. The article added that Representative Jamie Raskin, the top Democrat in the House Oversight Committee, sent a letter Friday to Representative James Comer, the Republican chair of the committee, asking him to produce the transcribed interview this month with an FBI agent who worked on the investigation into Hunter Biden's taxes and foreign business dealings, and it looks like that's the extent of the interaction with Comer. So it's just another article Comer mentioned because apparently he's busy. Independent 9/11 style commission to investigate the Capitol attack. And he's mentioned in here twice, probably in the same section. No, he's not. Israel adds additional COVID restrictions. Oh, nope, he's only mentioned once. Alright, the ranking members of the House Administration almost cute. I think this is also nothing of interest. Let's keep going. Find Comer. Alright, I hate it when it does this. It says last updated was on June 9th, 2006. What? Well, now it's changed back to February 20th, 2026. I said 2006, I meant 2026. So, wait a minute. Alright, so the site House materials responsive under the Epstein Files Transparency Act. This site will be updated if additional documents are identified for release. It says the last update was on June 9th. But yet when I put something in and I look it up, it says the last update was on February 20th, 2026. That explains why when I would look on my phone, it had a different update than when it was on the computer. There's so which one is it? Was it last updated June 6th? June 9th? My bad. June 9th, 2026? Or was it updated February 20th, 2026? I'm going to say June 9th. Alright. More about the veteran educator, James Comer. Operating I don't... Alright. I'm actually going to read the descriptions for you before opening them, and then you tell me if you think we should bother to open them to see if there's anything else. So, James Comer, representative of Kentucky, offered DeJoy to assist by uprooting some of those same Democratic talking points. James Comer... Wait a minute, why is it saying Kentucky and Tennessee? I thought he was from Kentucky. It must be a mistake. And Jim Jordan, representative of Ohio, wrote a letter to Bowser Wednesday, questioning why more wasn't done to confront the agitators. I can't see right here. This is like an issue. It's an issue at the computer, not me. James Comer, ranking member on the committee, said, in evaluating this legislative proposal, we have a duty to the American people to be a good. James Kuntucker of Kentucky and Senator article mentioned that the House of Oversight Committee Chair James Comer said that the records are prohibitive of whether Joe Biden communicated with Hunter, offered DeJoy to assist by uprooting some of those named same Democratic talking points. Running out of wind. About calling some former FBI Deputy Director Paul Abbate back to testify on the investigation. I'm actually going to open that one. Requesting information from Director Ray, I can't pronounce that, Ray, in August regarding Walt's interactions with Chinese entities and officials amid concerns about questioning why more wasn't done to confront agitators. I'm going to, besides the one for FBI, did you hear anything in there that, like, perked your interest?
Not particularly, no. Like, I guess maybe the first thing is a bit odd.
No significant...
What did he do again?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. I think I can send you a picture while we're talking. Yeah, so read these, and while I'm read the summaries, see if any of them look suspicious enough where you think we should read them. And while I read this, that way, because Aiden doesn't have a computer like me, or at least not one where you can join me on the computer in this adventure we're going on, this virtual adventure trying to uncover what was going on with Epstein. So, while Aiden's looking at all the potential opportunities of what we should open, let's see what this FBI daily news briefing says about Comer. Fallon said he would speak with House Overnight Chairman Representative James Comer about calling the former FBI Deputy Director Paul Abbate back to testify on the investigation. In July 2024, Abbate said the agency discovered more than 700 of social media comments they believe are made by crooks around 2019 and 2020 that he described as anti-Semitic and anti-immigrant. Last week, political commentator Carlson said he thinks members of the Trump administration are covering up facts about crooks. Well, we got a lot of stuff being covered up by the Trump administration now, don't we? And we all know it, and that's the way it's going to be. And every administration's covered up something. Just like the Biden administration didn't bother to release anything on the Epstein files. But, you know, here we are. After Trump said he was going to do it, everyone was talking about it, and they're like, no, we didn't make any actual campaign promises. Well, you talked about it. You made it seem like it. Don't allude. Your name's out there. Congressman says FBI stonewalled investigation into Trump's attempted assassin. Well, we're past that now, aren't we?
Yep.
Alright. What did you know? Did you notice anything interesting on the ones I sent you?
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking at the top one and the one just beneath it.
The top one is about an educator. It's not him. I don't think it's him. I think that is a duplicate. But I'll open it anyways. Well, it's not looking like what I expected it to be.
Alright, what did you find?
Yeah, it's just the same thing. No significant learning occurs without a significant relationship. I don't think that's him. I think that's a different guy.
Right.
With the same name. But the second one you said?
Yeah, the second one offered D-Joy an assistant by uprooting some of those same Democratic talking points.
Corrected conspiracy theories suggested he's helping to rig the November general election and help President Trump's re-election. Oversight Committee ranking Representative James Comer offered D-Joy an assist by uprooting some of these same Democratic talking points. Comer said the blue boxes and mail sorters were components of long-standing programs in response to significant reduction in mail volume. A 33% reduction in over the past 15 years. Both sides of here's what I'll tell you. I know for certain both parties cheat. Like, I have no doubt in my mind. But there are some groups and areas of the country that do it more so than others. Like Washington State, I have no doubt that it's all cheating because they have mail-in voting. They can just make up numbers.
Yeah.
But no, that was pretty much a nothing burger.
Yeah, D-Joy gets... Seems like there's a lot interesting stuff going on, but nothing file-related, so dead end on what we're searching for.
Yeah, I found it interesting that he's mentioned so many times, yet none of it has to do with Epstein himself, for the most part. Except for maybe the very first one.
Yeah, that's definitely a rabbit hole for another time, trying to figure out, what was it, James?
Comer. It's James Comer. Yeah, the first one he's talking about Epstein.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's, which I've already covered it, but, I'll read it again. We are Queen of Canada and demand Senator Comer release the Epstein files on Donald Trump in 30 days or we will execute James Comer and Scott Bessent and his partner John Freeman. So, it looks like he's mentioned a few other times. James Comer and his partner John Freeman. This is a really hard, because of how small the print is and how compact it is, it's actually pretty difficult to read. Comer released Epstein files. Complete I think that means supposed to be unredacted, except for children and names and photos. Donald Trump have 30 days, or we will execute James Comer and yeah, so this looks just like it's just a threat. Saying James Comer, we know you have the power to release it. Just release the files. But that's it. That's like the extent of like he looks a little sus. Now, who comes after James Comer? We'll find out. Here we go. So when I was looking through, for the audience listening, when I was looking at something else about a different slush fund, apparently slush funds are basically used to silence people who are trying to come out and talk about accusations. So when I see that we have 357 yays in favor of the slush fund and 65 nays, and 9 not voting, that is very concerning. Now, Comer did vote nay. I do want to make that clear. He did vote nay. He's one of the few 65 that actually did. But I do think it's weird that he popped up 65 times. So Herbert C. Conway Jr. So it's what I've learned is you gotta look them up with their middle name, their middle initial as well as their full name. Junior, not so much. I like looking at their districts and trying to figure out if they were gerrymandered or not. This one looks like it was. It's not the worst case of gerrymandering, but it definitely looks like there was some gerrymandering going on. Here we go. Herbert C. Conaway. No results found. And he voted yay. He's not in here at all. Good job, Herbert. You're not in the pedophiles. I guess that's what we're going to have to call them, is the pedophiles. Not the Epstein files, the pedophiles. Yeah, instead of pedophiles, we call them the pedophiles. Yeah, like J. Lewis Correa. Where is your district? Huh. I guess, so he's from California. What's his district? Because what I'm seeing on here is not as, that can't be the district. Is that the district? That's water. So what's his district? Well, this makes no sense, but whatever. Let's take a look. Mention once with his full name. Yes, I am age 18 or older. Let's see in what capacity he is mentioned. I'm doing this with my fingers because I gotta wait for the screen to load. This is getting old. We're getting old. Time is passing us by. You remember Julian from Madagascar? He's like, we gotta wait for them to be done sleeping. And he's like, how long is this going to take? That's how I feel right now. That explains it. It's a 1,000-page long article. So he's in there somewhere. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Delivered part of his floor speech after advocating for impeachment in Spanish. What? Part of his advocating for impeachment in Spanish. I don't think that's going to necessarily endear you to a population that speaks majority English. I get that you're from a large Spanish-speaking community, but I don't know how many of them are listening. You know?
That reminds me of a weird article I heard this morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how legit it is, but apparently Mexico has teamed up with China.
In what capacity?
Military capacity.
I don't believe that. I mean, I get that Mexico's got all its problems, but I don't see why they would do that. To me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Actual, quite frankly, if I were the U.S. government, I probably would do some under-the-table stuff with the cartels to undermine them.
Mm-hmm. So, it was just about him giving his thoughts. He wanted to make a statement about impeachment. He made it in Spanish, which I don't think is beneficial. Said hung that bunch. It looks like it's just about impeachment. I find it weird that they tried to impeach him last time, but now we got all this Epstein file stuff out, and there's literally no talks of impeachment. Because I'm like, you have more of the country backing you now. More of the country would be okay with you impeaching him.
Well, you gotta remember who's the people, who funded the impeachment campaign in the first place.
Yeah, they're in the files too, you think?
Yeah. Are their hands clean?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if...
Because at this rate, if Trump goes down, he can probably take more than a few of the people on the files with him.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see what this guy's full name is. So he goes by Lou Correa as well. So he goes by more than one name. So the one that I got on the official White House website is not actually the most commonly used spelling of his name. This is gonna drive me nuts. Still no results. What about his official first name? It's J... What's his first name? It's Jose. Okay. Let's try Jose. He's got a few. Okay, it doesn't look like he's going to be in here in any meaningful capacity. Jim Costa. And by the way, Correa, I don't know how, it's going to be Correa? I think that's how you pronounce it. He voted nay, so good on you, Correa. Senor Correa. Yeah, Jim Costa. Let's see if he... I'm willing to bet you Jim Costa comes up a nice amount of times. He's going to come up quite a bit. Oh, only 2. Okay. There we go. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, sent to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject, hello. Just called, but not sure I have the right cell number for you. Thinking of you and hope life is treating you great. Any news? Talking about they're enjoying watching the chaos. Okay, I'm gonna read this whole paragraph then. All good here in the District of Corruption. I'm loving Trump. He is turning this town on its head, and I have to admit I'm enjoying watching the action, except for the shooting, of course, which was tragic. Especially interesting is watching the Dems implode. I'm really looking shocked at how wrong they judge the public. I'm having dinner tonight with one of the blue dog Dems and think they could maneuver to take away the party. Representative Jim Costa is the de facto head. We'll see. Having popcorn, sitting back and watching the show. So who is it from is what I'm wondering about, because this looks like this is some sort of right-wing supporter. What I find interesting is he's like, it's corruption in the District of Corruption, but it's like you're I think we talked about this before. You're literally messaging the people who are the most corrupt. And you're talking about corruption like, it's a... Like you know what corruption is, and it's so bad that corruption's going on, but it's like you're the ones causing corruption. It's like when the thief steals from the market, and then they're all upset that the market closes down because the market can't keep up with the theft. They're losing too much money to theft, and there's only a small overhead. There's only not overhead. There's only a small profit margins. So if any sort of stealing can have a huge impact on profit margins. If you hear any special panels or commissions President Trump is forming, please keep me in mind. Sure, the hospital won't mind loaning me out. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the handful of redacteds. Smiley face. Miss you and had all the great times. Why the heck must we have this guy redacted? Who is this dude? We'll never know. Can't tell. Nah. Yeah, I didn't want to do It looks like it's the same file. Just his response. Yeah, so Jeffrey Epstein says that's great news, and the guy responds, thanks. Huh. This time they redacted District of Corruption. Like the part where it said District of Corruption. They totally redacted it. Now it's like, why? It's in another one. Let's see if they made a mistake. Nope, looks like they did not make a good enough mistake where I can tell who sent these emails. Fantastic. So Jim Costa is mentioned in an email, but he is not actually the one that is sending the emails. So okay, not bad. Wanna do one more?
I think I'm ready to.
All right.
For now.
Courtney from Connecticut's up next. Courtney's the last name. Be great if they. Yeah, it'd be great if it was a girl and they called her Courtney, but I'm willing to bet you it's a dude. It is.
Yeah, but I'll just assume that he has a sister named Courtney.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. His name is Joe. Joe Courtney. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got one email. He's got one mention. Do you want to look at it real quick? I'm opening it because it looks like it's the Bulletin Intelligence from the FBI. It's about legislators press DoD to prioritize Navy, Air Force, and cyber in budget. So that's what it is. Nothing, and he's just mentioned in there about his 2 cents. So, anyways, nothing interesting for the most part. Talk to you later. We're leaving the rabbit hole.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Bye.